Fetch it up.
Then I said, no, I don't think Charlie's going to get his dog back. So from that, I really went to training, and this friend of mine, Jack Noonan, he got interested in the puppy. He was in a deer hunting club with us, and he was always coming into my carpet shop talking with us and what have you. And so he wanted to start helping train it. So we started training it. And by the time it was 5 months old, it was passing started hunting test. Went down to Central Florida, passed the test down there. He was just a little bit over 5 months old, so I said, well, you know, I believe I'll take him to a hunt test. A started test is fairly easy. Almost anybody can run a started test. If they have a dog, they can do it. So I carried him over into Midland, over at Boykin, South Carolina, and I ran a started hunt test with him over there. And I never will forget it. When the hunt secretary was passing out ribbons, she says, this dog is a chocolate, and he's not even 6 months old yet, and he's passing started test. And I just kind of got interested in it and started working harder and harder to train him and carried him on through started. It was a breeze going through season. We got his upland title. And then I started running him in finish test. And when I started running him in finish test, that was a different ball game. I was a rookie handler. Didn't know anything about it. He and I both was learning. And the word was you had to have your AKC titles on him also. So I started running AKC. I didn't do any particular training for AKC. I would just, I'd go in and run an AKC test, you see. He got his senior title in AKC. He was getting more passes and finish in UKC. After he got his senior title in AKC, by that time he probably already had his finish title in UKC. So he got his master title in AKC, and if you kept up with both clubs, AKC and UKC, you would be somewhere running a dog every weekend. So UKC gave you the opportunity to continue to run your dog and accumulate points and more or less have a hunting season all the time. AKC didn't give you that opportunity. And once you got your master title, what you had to do in AKC was pass the master so many times in a year's time in order to be able to run the Master National. And he had to qualify every year to be able to run the Master National. So I decided that if I wasn't that particularly interested in the Master National, that I like just going out and having a good time on the weekend with my dog and enjoy him and let him accumulate some more points. So you begin to meet friends, meet people all over the country, and I went all over the country too. I went to Colorado Springs to run him. Been up in Canada to run him, to Okeechobee, Florida. And as he was gaining these points, then you've got a 500-point system. And everybody was saying, are you going to get 500 points? I might, depends on the dog. Well, a little bit before he got to 500 points, he was not missing. He was just passing almost everything we went to. So you had 500 points. You were looking at 1,000 points. And 1,000 points came easy because the dog wasn't missing. So after 1,000 points, I said, well, I'm just going to keep on running him. Because HRC had a program for 500 and 1,000 points. They didn't have a 1,500 point program. And I slipped on past 300 points real easy. I was coming up on 1,000 points, and I said, well, it's time to retire the dogs. No need in keeping on going. So I checked to see how many dogs had 2,000 points. Nobody had 2,000 points. We had 1,800 points, 1,700 points. Jimbo had already gone past 1,500. I said, he could be the first dog to make 2,000 championship points. I believe I'll see. So we went to pushing him, and right past 2,000 points easy. So he became the first dog to have 2,000 points. And then it became more and more or less as a challenge to me to see what the dog could do. And after a while, the challenge kind of wears out. Well, the dog can do it. So I retired him, a little over 2,000 points, and I started judging. So I judged in 05 and 06. And I don't know whether it was him or myself. Neither one of us liked it, not to run. So I started back running him a little bit. We went right past 3,000. Well, this is easy. Next thing I knew, I was at 3,500, 4,000. Well, he began to get a little old that time, and I quit judging. Started running him just to see how many points I could get on him. But now what I didn't say, I retired him again at 3,000. So I retired this dog altogether now 3 times. And he was kind of like the Billy Martin in the dog world. He's Billy Martin in the baseball world, How many times Billy Martin retired? So he retired. So then we began to get another fella to begin to chase him a little bit. And then it became interesting to see who could get the most points. So we went all over the country then, racking up points. So he stayed in the lead, but now the other dog did catch him a couple of times. And the other dog belonged to a man by the name of Andy French, the dog named Boo. Boo was a year younger than Jimbo, and she was a female. So common sense is going to tell you a female will live a little bit longer than a male dog, and her being a year younger. So that meant she had a better chance of being top dog. And Jimbo's actually now, after we officially retired him at 5,015 points, then Andy and Boo went past him. So Jimbo's actually the high point male dog in United Kennel Club International. So we've enjoyed it. We've had a good trip. Met a lot of good people. Made a few enemies along the way, I'm sure. Yeah. A lot more friends than enemies. So he's at a hunt test, I would know what this dog was thinking. And I really believe he would know what I'm thinking. We could communicate. And I believe today, I still believe that being able to communicate with this dog is the reason he did what he did.
Fetch it up.